Is Platinum Trophy hunting an expression of love for gaming and the game that you are playing, or is it a competitive, frantic race for numbers? The Pokemon approach to gaming. You just gotta catch 'em all. Is it a bygone way of gaming to you, like a mute monk whose vow of silence ended years ago, but he still ushers not a word?
However you trophy hunt, if you haven't already platinumed your favourite game,
do not touch your DualSense controller until the end of this video,
because it might just save you from yourself.
A little while back I gave you a list of 13 great reasons why you should platinum your favourite game. Bet every football match has two halves, every coin has two sides, every hero has a nemesis, and every argument has its opposition. I like looking at stuff from as many perspectives as possible. Like boobs, I try to get a view from every single possible angle. So I treat life like boobs. I want to see as much as possible.
Now back to the script, or you'll be eating plain chicken and boiled rice for the rest of the week.
So I've got 13 great reasons why Zach is a total moron and why you should never ever listen to him but listen to the new and improved version instead, and why you should never, ever, ever platinum your favourite game. So let's go.
Because I really hate rice. 1. You can only platinum it once. The biggest hold off for a lot of completionists when it comes to platting their favourite game is that they can only do it the once, and that they want to save it for a pivotal moment. Maybe a happy reason, maybe sad. I have a friend who is saving a platinum that he wants for the anniversary of his friend's passing, and I think that is absolutely beautiful. And this reason is more focused on the right now part of the you should plat your favourite game right now, so if you are going to platinum your cherished game, think about when doing so is best for you.
Instead of rushing into it like a horny 12-year-old runs into Pornhub without knowing what to search for.
Many hunters do save them for milestones, so if you take past me literally and go plat your childhood favourite for your 77th platinum, then it won't be there to mark your 100th, your 200th, or even your 1000th plat. When you've used it, it's gone forever. In most cases, you can't do that game again, but there are region and console stacks, remakes, re-releases and remasters that can all serve that purpose, I guess. But I'll tell you, it's just never the same the second time, which is why I tell crew we're not having a second wedding.
The truth is I'm just cheap and not at all romantic.
2. Favourite games as milestones is so forced. It's so glaringly obvious when someone is using cherry-picked games for landmarks and milestones. You can get away with it to make plativersary, fine. 10th platinum, 50th platinum, blah blah blah. But when you are sad enough to not only cherry-pick which game you will make a trophy figure milestone, like say your 1000th trophy, 5000th trophy, 10,000th trophy, and then proceed to neglect half-finished games specifically to make that one game's platinum your millennial trophy, then oh my god, just go out and touch some grass, please. For your own sake, go out and touch some grass. It's just so desperate, isn't it? Like a clingy ex who asks to walk your dog after you dump him.
That was literally you.
Oh my god, shut the front door, someone let the Irishman in.
What was your 8,000th trophy, by the way, bro?
Ooh, I popped the Gravity Rush 2 platinum.
Literally you.
Oh. Well played. Well played, sir.
Idiots.
So kids, don't be like Zach. Live your life and play your games. Platinum freely. Don't obsess over trophy milestones.
3. Nostalgia is a feeling about the past for a reason. Serious one now, and one I think many impulsive hunters out there should take note of. Nostalgia is a feeling about the past for a reason. Our memories are not actually accurate to what happened in our past. Hold on, I'll explain. You see, when we remember something, we remember our last memory of that memory, not the actual incident itself. But we add to all the feelings and senses that are present at that time, and we carry them on to the next time that we wish to remember that specific incident. Much like our vision actually determines around 90% of what we think we're seeing. Seriously, go Bing search it. Our eyes literally only do about 10% of the work. They're lazy little fleshy buggers, and our memories work very similar. So by the time a year has passed after that incident, you're actually remembering version 162.4. not the original version of that memory. And that is why nostalgia should remain a feeling we enjoy in the present while remembering the past, but not relived or re-experienced in the present.
About 12% of that was actually scientifically sound.
that was his exact GCSE science test mark.
How ironic.
4. You may get addicted. Did you have one of those nans who panicked when she found out that you dabbled in the devil's lettuce one afternoon in your teens and pleaded with your parents to run you straight to the rehab that Amy Winehouse escaped from? Bless her. Picture her crying frantically down the phone to her priest and begging him to pray for your soul, your lost soul now corrupted by Satan himself with his wacky backy. It's a gateway to badder stuff, she tells him as she cries a melodrama the Mexicans would be proud to televise. Well, she'll panic far more if she hears you popping a platinum. You see, plat popping is the gateway to trophy-addled addiction and the succubus of light from young casual gamers. It consumes the life force within, turning them into discord-using, trophy-chasing platinum junkies. And there is no cure.
So don't disappoint your granny. Say no to the soft stuff so that you never get close to the hard stuff. Say no to plats. Don't platinum your favourite game. Give your plat to Jesus.
5. It could change how you see the character's world. So we must now take a second to discuss how earning the platinum can break your illusion of the game. It can change how you see characters, plots, lore, and when you are tested in the trophy list and realise that that tough boss you lost to 1,000 times as a kid was actually no harder than any other boss in the game, you were just thrown off by the character design and action animations, it just takes that edge off. You may lose that love a little bit. But with alternative plot threads, alternative endings, secrets undoubtedly to discover, and a broadening knowledge and understanding of everything in and about the game, your perspective can change entirely.
Imagine you now, as an adult, discover that you were not, in fact, playing tiddlywinks in the back of that Cadillac lookalike in a top-down city where auto-crime is mighty grand.
But rather, she wasn't a lady, you were no gentleman, and those tiddlywinks better have been covered in some form of elongated polymeric latex shielding.
Decipher that, YouTube censor bot.
Extreme shit. But I do know people who really didn't know what was happening in those bouncy cars. Oh, okay, I know one person. It was Turtlebat. Turtlebat didn't know. Turtlebat still doesn't know what they're doing in the cars in GTA. Haha. But if you followed a character like Kratos and have not hit the side story games or haven't gone for the platinums in the ones that you have played, then you may not know that he not only shanked his own wife and daughter under the control of Ares, but he also Norman Bates'd his mother. And I do say had to. There wasn't a choice. There's some Zeus muckery going on. But you may not have realised that Kratos, heroic in many, many ways, is actually a total and utter psychopath, hell-bent on utter destruction. The brutality of his original games is something I don't think I've seen matched by other gaming protagonists. Certainly not in big AAA games anyways. Is Kratos the biggest, baddest, nastiest, most violent good guy in video games? Drop a yay or nay in the comments and let me know what you think of the Ghost of Sparta's violent tendencies. And if it isn't Kratos that you think is the most viscerally brutal protagonist in gaming, who is? Because I have to play that game. 6. Nostalgia holds you back. Go for new games. Back to nostalgia, another big problem with it when it comes to video games and completionism. The way it can hold you back from experiencing new games, new adventures, new stories. Like the ex who strung you along for months while sleeping with every Jason, Grayson and Drake in town, looking for a better match while you decorated her living room and mowed her flipping lawn, simping like a pro. Now I know a lad, not a smart lad mind you, and this lad, he was approaching a big milestone. But he wasn't as ferocious a hunter as he once was, and he fannied around procrastinating what that milestone platinum should be. He had joyous news when it was announced that his favourite trilogy of all time would finally return to PlayStation in all its glory, and that it would come with trophy support and double stat. But it arrived at a time when the lethargy had grown to melancholy and began turning into the level of burnout that would end the career of a lesser hunter. Not feeling the hunt so much, he faffed and farted about with the first stacks, taking his time to cherish them, so he just plodded along. But it was just shooting fish in a barrel with a bazooka. Really, he was just avoiding doing any real hunting. He picked at his nostalgic trilogy like a sulking toddler picks at her garden peas, getting plats in games that he 100%ed over 20 years ago, but rather than stomping his old storming grounds, he practically crawled to the finish line of each platinum with a pathetic malaise that infuriated even himself. He even refused to return to hunting games new to him, like a scared child hiding from the big bad monster in the TV, or the middle-aged man petrified of the big scary book that he's hidden in the freezer. And by the time he realised, it was just too late. He'd missed out on boosting great games with greater friends, missed out on day one games that he'd been sent free codes for that he was actually hyped for when they were announced, missed out on exciting solo adventures that he actually wanted to play, joyous journeys with friends in co-op, the triumphant sound of trophies popping while he actually had fun. The idiot dawdled and time wasted his way through 6 months of just picking at these ancient, archaic games. So don't be like that idiot. Don't let nostalgia steal your hunger for the hunt. Keep the bloodthirst alive at all costs. Complacency is the enemy, and avoid self-praise, because
There are no two words in the English language more harmful than good job.
7. Most devs hate completionists. Now here is another lie that old Zach told ya, that completionists are loved by devs. I assure you, this is seldom true. If it was true, then why on earth would Bethesda punish completionists for cheesing the final boss on Wolfenstein The New Order by dropping Mein Leben as a bronzer in New Colossus?
Be warned, devs really don't like it when you cheese their game and then brag about it to them and give them a load of abuse on social media for it. They will react. They are human, they have a limit, and they have the power. So that's how we go from a hard playthrough to Mein Leben in one game.
What if you fail the platinum? And what if you can't do it? What if it's too long, too hard? What if it's got some mad online contingent that you just cannot do however hard you try? Sometimes it's better to not try at all than to try and fail, which is why I never try hard at work. And that's why I will never be fired for screwing up. Number 9, it makes you an annoying little know-it-all. Past me said it will be great in that little club because you'll all know so much about the game that you all love so much. But have you got a friend who loves a thing and obsesses over it to the point of practically having a post-grad degree on the subject, that anything you say about it leads into a 2-hour flipping lecture on the history and intricacies of that specific point, and many others? I'll ask you after the platinum, sat on your own at the work Christmas party trying to explain to Vivian from HR why you made Chloe in accounts cry by info dumping every combo set that you had to master in the Injustice 2 tutorial to get a bloody bronzer.
That is a very specific example.
Too specific. Has he told you about the Raiden one yet?
Oh, only twice this week.
He's worse than Guy Fieri.
Fieri brags about doing a 9 out of 10 platinum.
Zach thinks he's a CR7 of trophy hunting for a bronzer.
For doing a tutorial.
Because no one on the planet gives a nun's furry cup about your favourite game or the fact that you wasted 300 hours of your flipping life on it like a goddamn sociopath. Especially when a third of that time was spent chasing some RNG-fueled hellfire of a trophy, seeing you repeat the same level or task over and over and over and over, until you completely Jack Nicholson it, break down, and go hunting flying rodents with mummy issues.
Unless you have a YouTube channel, I take it?
11. It could grind you down. We all have limits, and even trophy hunters can only take so much. Pretty good advice. Some games should not be platinumed. Some games are so hard, so grindy, so repetitive, so bad that they can take a glorious memory of a cherished childhood favourite and replace it with a bitter, stinging regret. Before you platinum your favourite game, check the trophy guide, as if you haven't already. Go see for yourself if that is a grind that you truly believe deep down in your soul is going to enrich or destroy your relationship with that game. 12. It could be hugely online. So, do you like single player experiences to enjoy, on your Todd? Or rather a group activity surrounded by enthusiastic, like-minded souls? Because if you are an antisocial hermit like I used to be and yearn to be once more, then having to force yourself through a metric ton of online playtime for your favourite game's platinum, then well, you probably won't love it as much, will you? So many games have online components, either geniusly introduced to add range to the gameplay experience and encourage camaraderie amongst you and your peers, or they are shoehorned in like that weird kid added to the party invite list by your mum because she didn't want to upset him. Yeah, well, Mum, he's now serving a life sentence for playing whack-a-mole on the neighbour's toupee. The Last of Us, one of gaming's most infamous and beloved story modes of this millennium so far, with an online component so popular it was deemed worthy of a standalone game that solely focused on this mode to go into production.
While on the other hand, Titanfall 2 somehow led to Anthem. Yeah, I don't know what EA are smoking either.
13 and out, because it's your choice. Finally, the only reason here that really matters, the one that I want to leave you with today, is that platting your favourite game is your choice. And if it's not something that you want to do, then don't do it. If it is, then don't let anyone talk you out of it.
You do you, and be happy with whatever game you're playing, whatever platinum you are earning, but do it for yourself, your way. Because that is the only way forward. Whether it's casual gaming, platinum hunting, whether it's a specific platinum or your favourite platinum or a random platinum you just picked up, you enjoy. Do it your way and don't let anyone ever tell you to do it